Hope my PPT is visible, sir. Sir?
Yes, sir. Visible. Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, children, and welcome to today's class. Well, children, in today's class, we are going to learn about a wonderful person. I hope you can see there. It's all about the genius Albert Einstein. Now let's check some of the things related to the lesson before we start. I'm going to test you. పిల్లలందరికీ అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటాను. So now, if you are a genius, just try to prove that you are a genius by asking and answering all these questions. Are you ready, children? సరదాగా ఒక చిన్న గేమ్ పెట్టుకుందాం మనం. మీరందరూ రెడీ అనుకుంటాను నేను. So let's check how well you can do this, right? Okay. Children, what all you have to do is you have to unjumble all the words to frame a sentence. Hope you understood. So just look at the sentence and try to make a sentence of your own. Real book Maggie found a. Right? So this is the question from your first lesson. Usual గా మనం దేంతో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం సెంటెన్స్ మార్గి కదా. So a noun or a person. Then the next one is, yes, you can open. The next one is a verb. So found. And then what did she find? She found a real book, right? So now you can say Maggie found a real book. Well done, Raman. You have done fabulous. That's great. Now let's see. Real Tommy did book find. And you can find a question mark there, right? So మీకు punctuation mark కూడా కనిపిస్తుంది. That you can find a question mark. So it's a question. ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా మనం ప్రతి సెంటెన్స్ లో దేంతో బిగించాలనుకున్నాం? పర్సన్ తో. But whereas it's a question, we should begin with a WH question word or a helping verb. అంతే కదా? Tommy did a real book find? No. Does it happen? Tommy, if you say find, no. It's a question. So it's past, so you can say did find. And then who? Did Tommy? No. Okay, you can do like. Did Tommy find a real book? Perfect. This will help you to understand the sentence patterns. Was us with not grandmother. Right, children? So now in this, subject ఎవరు అవుతారు? Sentence start and దేంతో start చేద్దాం? Can begin with grandmother. Right? So is it a positive statement or a negative? It's a negative. So we'll go with grandmother. And whenever there is a negative sentence, it should have a helping verb. Right? So grandmother Was not us with or was not with us? Right. Well done, Sudha. That's fine. Now let's check. For a fall, mother prepares as food. What do you think, children? So, who is the person who prepares food for you at home? It's mother, right? So, మనం first ఏం చేద్దాం? Mother. Then the verb is prepares. కదా? Yes. Mother prepares what? What does she prepare? She prepares food. For whom? For all of us. All of us. Yes, now it's correct, right? Perfect. Oh, this is a big sentence. Just try to add a conjunction so that you'll try to understand. Sisters wish birthday is my forgot her to but I today. Did anybody get the question? Let me check in the chat box. Try it. I'm sure many of the students can do this. Try to find the idea first. దేని గురించి కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది? బర్త్డే గురించి. ఎవరి బర్త్డే అయి ఉండొచ్చు? మోస్ట్ ప్రాబబ్లీ సిస్టర్స్ బర్త్డే. ఓకే, బట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఏమైంటది? సో జనరల్ గా ఏం చేస్తాం? సమ్ టైమ్స్ వి ఫర్గెట్ కదా. సో యూ కెన్ సే ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ ఐ, దెన్ ద వర్బ్ ఇస్ forgot. I forgot my no, I forgot to wish. I forgot to wish my sister's birthday. I forgot to wish. No, I forgot to wish my sister's birthday. I forgot to wish sister birthday. Okay, we will see something. Maybe there are some wrong prompts. We'll check the next time. For holiday today is UA. Right? So you can say for holiday today is UA. That was a question. You can try it and we'll see later on. For holiday today is UA. So you can say is, it's a question, right? Is today a holiday for you? Is today a holiday for you? No. Maybe you'll get holidays from Monday onwards. There's a good news that all will have Dasara vacation shortly from Sunday onwards only. Kada? Right. Which happy birthday won me? No. Can anybody guess? Today is my birthday, but no one wished me. ఎలా చెప్తాము? No one wished me happy birthday. Right? This is how we can do it. Now, oh, her with friends has an issue. She. What is this? Can anybody guess? Try చేయండి పిల్లలు. ఏంటంట? సో ఎవరికి ఇష్యూ ఉంది? ఎవరితో ఉంది? అదే ఇఫ్ యూ థింక్ లైక్ దాట్ దెన్ యూ కెన్ సే ఫ్రెండ్స్ కి కాదు, షీ. ఏంటి ఇష్యూ ఉంది అనడానికి ఏం వాడతాము? She has. I have an issue. She has an issue with her friend, right? సో జనరల్ గా మనకి అవర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆర్ ద బెస్ట్ టైం టీలర్స్ అన్నమాట. మనకు తెలియకుండానే వాళ్ళు చక్కగా మన టైం దొంగిలించేస్తుంటారు. బికాస్ యూ స్పెండ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్ విత్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కదా, టాకింగ్, రైట్? సో చిల్డ్రన్, లుక్ అట్ దిస్ సెంటెన్స్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. There is do, there is who, but there is no question mark. ఎలా సెంటెన్స్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేస్తారు? Now this is what a genius is there among all the students. Let's find out. Can anybody guess? మీకు తెలుసా ఎవరు జీనియస్ ఈ లెసన్ లో అనేది? సో హౌ డు యూ సే దట్? డూ యూ నో హూ ఇస్ ద జీనియస్ అనకూడదు. హూ ఇస్ ద జీనియస్ అంటే క్వశ్చన్ అయిపోతుంది. డూ యూ నో హూ? నౌ డూ ఇట్. ఏం రావాలి? డూ యూ నో who the genius is? That's a question for all of you. Children, now can you tell who is a genius? Andy? Oh, there's one more question that we left. That's okay. To the office in the father, the morning went. Okay. So you can say father went to office in the morning. That's okay, no issue. And we'll go with, we want to find out who the genius is. And we have the right question for you before we begin the lesson. Now, who is a genius according to you? చెప్పండి పిల్లలు, జీనియస్ అంటే ఎవరు? మీ స్టూడెంట్స్ లోనే చాలా మంది జీనియస్ ఉంటారు కొన్ని విషయాల్లో, రైట్? So one definition for a genius is, as Napoleon says, a genius is the man who can do the average thing when everyone else around him is losing his mind. అంటే సో ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతున్నారు, డిస్ట్రాక్ట్ అవుతున్నారు. Some people are not able to do also for a simple thing also. And but there is one gentleman who doesn't miss or lose focus or concentration, and we can call him as a genius. And Napoleon garu cheptaru. Okay, so what do you think a genius is? Genius ante enti? So who does an extraordinary things in a particular way, or in a particular subject, or in a particular aspect? Endulonaina sare, if he does exemplary work and within short time, and which was the first thing that who never has done, ఇంకెవరు చేయగా అతను ఒక్కరే చేయగలనా కూడా, then we can call him as a genius. And we are going to learn about the lesson. A genius is all about Albert Einstein, whom you can find when we think of Albert Einstein. The word which comes and the equation which comes is like E is equal to mc square. Okay, now let's find out. This is all about our Einstein's story from the childhood. What kind of a person was he, like you all? చిన్నప్పుడు తన చైల్డ్హుడ్ డేస్ ఎలా ఉండేవి, and what kind of experiences he had at school? తనకు కూడా పేరెంట్స్ నుంచి ఎలాంటి ప్రెషర్ ఉండేది, and how parents used to think about him, how the teachers used to think about him. జీనియస్లతో ఉండే ప్రాబ్లమే అది మనకి. సో నౌ వి విల్ సీ, మీలో కూడా చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ మంచి జీనియస్ ఉన్నారు, ఐ నో దట్. చూస్తుంటాం how you behave in the classroom, how you do certain activities very fastly and very quickly, and how many people nowadays వాట్ ఆర్ యూ డూయింగ్ చిల్డ్రన్? ఏదైనా ఒక యాక్టివిటీ ఇస్తే అందరికంటే ఫాస్ట్ చేస్తుంటారు. ఎలా అంటే హీ యూజెస్ సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఏఐ ఆర్ చాట్ జీపీటీ ఆర్ సంథింగ్, రైట్? సో ఇలా మనము ఈ లెసన్ లో ఏంటి అనేది ఒకసారి మనం చూద్దాం. రైట్, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ నౌ I'll read this for you. Just try to listen and understand. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. Okay, so we'll go once again. So when was Albert Einstein born? You can say on 14 March 1879. And if you ask the question, where was he born? You can say it's the German city of Ulm. And one, you see, if anybody talks about greatness, and we can say that etuvanti doubt lekunta he is the example and his destination is for greatness and man cheptamu. But whereas his mother thought that he was a freak, and she thinks that he was good for nothing. Okay, he doesn't know anything. He is always he's afraid of many things. This is how his mother thinks about him. Now let's see what was happening. And there was a place where he was born, and now at the age of 2.5, Einstein still was not talking. చాలా తక్కువగా మాట్లాడుతానంటే అర్థం ఏంటంటే దే ఆర్ రియల్లీ జీనియస్ అన్నమాట. దే విల్ ట్రై టు లిసన్ అండ్ get more information from other people. చక్క వాగుతుంటారు కదా, and they are something where we have to think about them, those people. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. చూసారా, 2.5 years వరకు తను మాట్లాడలేదు, and his mom and father might be worrying why. But once he started, then he was uttering everything twice. No, it's not like that. So then Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. చూసారా, ఎప్పుడైతే మనం చక్కగా ఫ్రెండ్స్ తో అందరితో మాట్లాడతామో, వాళ్ళతో ఆడుకుంటామో, then only they will feel very happy with us. ఈ అబ్బాయి పాపము నేను కూడా నీతో ఆడడానికి వస్తాను, షల్ ఐ కమ్ విత్ యూ అన్నాడు అనుకోండి, పాప అంత టైం ఇప్పుడు ఎవరికి వినే ఓపిక లేదు కదా, టైం స్పెండ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు. అండ్ హౌ దే యూస్ టు కాల్ హిమ్ బ్రదర్ బోరింగ్. హూ యూస్ టు కాల్ హిస్ ప్లేమేట్స్, హిస్ ఫ్రెండ్స్. So the youngster played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. See, for everything there is a positive way. తనతో ఆడుకోవడానికి ఎవరు ఫ్రెండ్స్ లేరు. You know what he did? He loved to play with mechanical toys. కదా? See, look at the process. మనం చుట్టూ ఆడుకుంటాం, పిచ్చి పిచ్చి ఆటలు చూసుకొని, ఆటలాడుకొని, టీవీలు చూసుకొని ఎక్కువ స్పెండ్ చేస్తాం టైమ్. Nowadays children, I know many of the students are doing this, playing these online games. It's not at all good. It kills your memory, brain and everything. అది ఒకసారి కొంచెం దాని నుంచి బయటికి రండి పిల్లలు. And but whereas he especially loved mechanical toys, and looking at his newborn sister Maja, he said to have said, fine, but where are her wheels? Chusara, there was fun also. So generally, why did he ask that? See, look at his observation. What was he trying to do? He was trying to play with the toys. Toys ki actual car unte car ke untadi, wheels untai. So alage, when this baby girl was the sister was born, her name was Maja, and he said that, okay, fine, mama, but where are her wheels? What happened to her wheels? అంటున్నాడు. See how mechanical he became. A thinking process ఒకసారి ఆలోచించండి. See, you know why that observation part should be there. Next. And let's look at another incident. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession would not matter because he will never make a success at anything. You know what happened? Once the headmaster told his father, okay, tanu ye profession చూసుకున్నా ఎందులో చూసుకున్నా సరే, it doesn't make any difference ఎందుకంటే he will never make a success at anything. You can understand. The most genius person ki ఆ headmaster ఇచ్చిన word and how his father might have felt. Just imagine. Okay, so now what happened? Initially, he will never make a success at anything. When he said, Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. Okay, so what happened, children, now? So his father was not disappointed. Even his mother was not disappointed. So what her mother did was, okay, whatever he's interested, let him learn first. So he started learning violin at the age of 6 because of the force of his mother. Kada? And after that, he became a gifted amateur violinist. Amateur means something like we start as a hobby like normal people. Suppose I can say that I'm an amateur photographer. I'm not a professional photographer. అలాంటి వాళ్ళకి జస్ట్ హాబీగా తీసుకునే వాళ్ళకి ఏమంటారు? అమెచ్యూర్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ స్కిల్ త్రూ అవుట్ హిస్ లైఫ్. అండ్ నౌ లెట్స్ సీ దట్ ఆల్బర్ట్ ఐన్స్టీన్ వాజ్ నాట్ ఎ బ్యాడ్ పీపుల్. Pupil here means a student. Okay, pupil has two connotations. We all have eye pupils కదా. అలాగే ఇక్కడ pupil అంటే ఏంటంటే student. So, but Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old and scored good marks in almost every subject. Okay, so where did he join in the high school? In Munich, because his family first, initially he was in Ulm, and when he was 15 months old, they moved to Munich. So there he joined, and now he got and he scored good marks in almost every subject. He got good marks, right? Prati there kuda manchi marks vachai. Einstein hated the school's regimentation and often clashed with his teachers. You know, regimentation. ఈ రెజిమెంటేషన్ అనే వర్డ్ ఎక్కడ వాడతారు తెలుసా? ఆర్మీలో వెరీ స్ట్రిక్ట్ అన్నమాట. ఈ స్ట్రిక్ట్ డ్యూటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ అనేది కూడా రెజిమెంటేషన్ అంటారు. వెరీ స్ట్రిక్ట్, నో ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ ఎట్ ఆల్. 4 కంటే 4 కి, ఈ వర్క్ అంటే ఈ వర్క్ చేయాలి. దట్స్ వాట్ సో మెనీ స్టూడెంట్స్ డోంట్ లైక్. సమ్టైమ్స్ యూ లైక్ టు స్టడీ, సమ్టైమ్స్ యూ లైక్ టు ప్లే, సమ్టైమ్స్ యూ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు అటెండ్ సర్టన్ క్లాసెస్, రైట్? ఇలాంటివన్నీ అయినా సరే మీకేంటి హెడ్ మాస్టర్ సార్ కానీ, సపోజ్ నాకు తెలుసు చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇప్పుడు అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇప్పుడు ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ వెరీ గుడ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఐ నో 4 to 5 క్లాస్ అంటే చాలా మంది యాక్చువల్ గా దే డోంట్ వాంట్ టు కమ్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ రెడీ టు లెర్న్ న్యూ వర్డ్స్ ఆర్ న్యూ లెసన్స్. ఎందుకంటే ఇదంతా మనకు స్ట్రిక్ట్ అనిపిస్తుంది కొంతమందికి. ఇఫ్ యువర్ హెడ్ మాస్టర్ ఇస్ వెరీ స్ట్రిక్ట్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ సే దట్ లైక్ ఇట్ ఇస్ వెరీ స్ట్రిక్ట్ ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద పాలసీస్ కదా. సో అండ్ ఆఫెన్ క్లాస్ విత్ హిస్ టీచర్స్, బట్ వేర్ యాజ్ he used to ask teachers also. And now at the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. You know what happened? At the age of 15, he felt very difficult, like he doesn't want to have such a strict life in the school, no games and no freedom. So what did he do? He left that. He thought that he wanted to leave the school for good, and that was the best thing he has done. Now the previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with the relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. Okay? So the best part, what Einstein has done was, he left the school and now he went to German city, where the education was liberal. So then మనం ఏం చెప్తాం? So they had been moved to Milan. Okay. So now he was left with their relatives. After that, Kanenche said there was a prolonged discussion for a long time. Finally, he got a chance to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland. Okay. So how was the education system there? It was very liberal when compared to Munich. So he loved that. మనకి ఎక్కడైతే when we like something, obviously we try to give our best, కదా? So now children, let's see some of the words that we don't know we found in this lesson. Let's do this activity. Get ready, children. But all you have to do is just look at the word and then try to drag and drop the meaning according to the word, right? We will do with, like, first of all, whatever is very easy for you. Like fame అనుకుందాం. ఫేమ్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఉండే దాంట్లో ఏమవుద్ది? సో highly praised or admired. ఓకే. అలాగే నేమ్ అండ్ ఫేమ్ అంటాం, రెప్యుటేషన్ అంటాం. Then right, next we will see for pleasure, not as a profession. I was saying Einstein was an amateur violinist, right? It's not his profession. He does it for pleasure. Then amateur enter. And next, we will see Lord means appreciating, actually. Right? So the state of being well known, especially for praise or admired antam. Next, extreme discipline and order. Emankunnam manam regimentation ankunnamu. So only when it comes to, like a friend or associate antamu, the partner who gives support, indication, ఏదో మనకి ఇండికేషన్ దొరుకుతుంది. a sign or piece of information into that indicates something. Alage, a document gives rights. మనం అంటాం కదా, of invention to the inventor, దాన్ని patent rights అంటాం కదా. This word we use. So patent. మరి it was people in different or hostile or culture or art, దానికి Philistines అంటాం. And then as ma'am was his mother was saying, freak means someone who is unusual or does not behave or think like others, and stifle, unable to breathe or suffocated, that means it doesn't like at all there. Now let's check the answers. Okay, all are correct. You can check with your answers. Okay, children. Now let's continue the lesson. Now let's see. After high school, and when he was very much interested to study, there he tried to show interest, and he has shown his extraordinary abilities because he was interested. Kada? So now let's look what happened. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus. What is this? How do you pronounce? Can anybody guess, children? Moustache. Evantam? Chappan, just try. Most of the students say it's mustache, but it is mustache. Okay, how do you pronounce? Mustache. Now you can say Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics. Right? What are the two subjects that he was quite interested in? Is mathematics and physics. And after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man. Science interest kaadu. Okay. So there are many other things that caught his eye. Now there is one special interesting thing that happened in Einstein's life. Let's read. He also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Mileva Maric, whom he found to be a clever creature. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. Okay. He also felt a special interest in a fellow student. Many of the students actually, you like some students because of their cleverness. మీరు కొంతమంది ఎవరు చక్కగా మాట్లాడతారో వాళ్ళతో స్పెండ్ ఏంటది, యూ వాంట్ టు మేక్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ విత్ దెమ్, వెదర్ బాయ్ ఆర్ ఎ గర్ల్, ఇట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్. బట్ వెరస్ ఇక్కడ తనకు స్పెషల్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఒక స్టూడెంట్ మీద వచ్చింది, అండ్ హర్ నేమ్ వాస్ మిలివా మారిక్ అంటే, అండ్ వాట్ డిడ్ హీ ఫైండ్ ఇన్ హర్? షీ వాస్ ఎ క్లవర్ క్రియేచర్. Even I see in many of the schools, all the clever students will make friendship together. So this young Serb, why did she come to Switzerland is because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. Okay, women ka degrees possible undi kabatti vachedi. Einstein saw her an ally against the Philistines. Okay, so instead of this culture and art, he shocked him lekunda, and he found her as a good friend, associate in her. And now those people in his family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds, and actually maybe వాళ్ళ relatives కానీ వాళ్ళ cultures కానీ వీళ్ళకి there is no coordination between his family and her family members. But interestingly, the couple fell next one భలే ఉంటది ఇక్కడ. Not like when you how do you write I don't know whether I should say or not. So nowadays if you want to express love to someone, you simply message or chat. Okay, but now look at this language, these people, these two clever creatures language. Letters survive in which they put their affection into words, mixing science with tenderness. అందుకోసం అంటుంటారు మన వాళ్ళు, like there's a good chemistry అని. సో అందుకోసం మనం ఏం చెప్తాము, and letters survive in which they put their affection to words. The best part is how you can communicate with people. మంచి words, మంచి expressions. Okay, and the best part is they used to always think about only about the subject, about their lessons. And he wrote once, Einstein, how happy and proud shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion. తెలుసు కదా మీకు ఆ థియరీ ఆఫ్ రిలేటివిటీ ఉంటది. ఒక లెటర్ లో అతను చక్కగా రాశారంటే, సి when they were in university they started writing, expressing their ideas through letters. Okay, how happy and proud shall be when we both have brought our work on relative to a victorious conclusion. వాళ్ళకు ఒక డ్రీమ్ అన్నమాట, మనము when will we get the conclusion of the theory of relativity, అది కూడా చాలా సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా అని చెప్తారు. ఓకే, సో అలాగే మనము when we ask about Albert Einstein, there are so many quotes about him. You can just think about the different quotes also. Right. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Okay, so చూద్దాం. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He reached 21, where he didn't get any job. So then, do you know how did he start his work? He worked as a teaching assistant. Teaching assistant ga join ayyaru and gave private lessons and finally secured a job in 1902. So పిల్లలకు ప్రైవేట్ గా పాఠాలు చెప్పడం. And then finally he got a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. చూసాం కదా, పేటెంట్ ఆఫీస్ అంటే వాళ్ళకి పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ ఇచ్చి దానికోసం అంతా వర్క్ చేసే దాంట్లో అతను టెక్నికల్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్ గా జాయిన్ అయ్యారు. ఇక్కడ తన డ్యూటీ ఏంటి? వాట్ వాస్ హిస్ డ్యూటీ? హి వాస్ సపోజ్ టు అసెస్ అదర్ పీపుల్స్ ఇన్వెన్షన్స్ కదా, మిగతా పీపుల్ ఇన్వెన్షన్స్ అంతా అసెస్ చేయాలి. అసెస్ అంటే అంచనా. బట్ నౌ వైల్ డూయింగ్ దాట్ he slowly was developing his own ideas in secret. Okay, so he said to have jokingly anta ఏమనుకున్నవాడు, his desk drawer at work at Bureau of Theoretical Physics. See where I am now. ఇది ఒక సెంట్రల్ బ్యూరో లాగా థియరాటికల్ ఫిజిక్స్ దగ్గర నేను వర్క్ చేస్తానని మొదట జోక్ చేస్తూ అలా అన్నారు. In 1900, at the age of 21, and he was supposed to be assessing, and finally he was the person. After that, now what happened? One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity. This is very important, right? So మనము ఇంతవరకు కూడా ఏంటంటే he was working as an assistant and as a technical expert in Bern. అప్పటి నుంచి ఎవరైనా సరే he was secretly doing some work, research work. ఆ రీసెర్చ్ వర్క్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు and one of his papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity. This is very important. According to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after journey, if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. Okay, so this is a theory part, like a special theory of relativity work ఏంటంటే ఏ రెండు క్లాక్స్ కూడా they will not continue to show the same time. Okay, that was one thing. From this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes between the relationship between mass and energy, that is E is equal to mc square. Okay children, సో మరింతవరకు మనం బాగా నేర్చుకున్నాం కదా. ఇక్కడ ఒక చిన్న క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది, ఎవరైనా మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేశారు? ఐ వాంట్ టు సీ హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యు ఆర్ గుడ్ అబ్జర్వర్స్. మీరు ఏ షాప్, ఏ షోరూమ్ లో చూసినా సరే, లేకపోతే ఏ షాప్ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్ ఎక్కడ చూడండి, మీ వాచ్ టైం ఎంత చూపిస్తుందో ఒకసారి అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. ఎనీ గెస్? మీరు ఎక్కడ, అఫ్ కోర్స్ నాట్ స్మార్ట్ వాచ్, ఈ అనలాగ్ వాచ్ కనుక చూస్తే, పాత హెచ్ఎంటి, టైటన్, ఫాస్ట్ ట్రాక్ వాచెస్ కనుక చూస్తే, మీరు ఏ షోరూమ్ లో కానీ అది ఒకే టైం చూపిస్తుంది. ఆ టైం ఎంతో గెస్ట్ చేయగలరా? I think somebody was saying, yes, it is 10 to 10. 10 time చూపిస్తుంది, 10 past 10 అని. సో ఎందుకు అనే క్వశ్చన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్. దట్స్ ద క్వశ్చన్ ఫర్ యూ ఆల్, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒక్కసారి హౌ వెల్ వి అండర్స్టూడ్ అనేది చూద్దాం. So that question you try to find out and you ask your science teacher or any teacher, or you find out. మీరు జీనియస్లు కదా, ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసి నాకు ట్రై చేసి చెప్పండి. ఓకే, so let us see. I think you have to answer questions. Albert Einstein was born in 14th March. Is it in 1874, 78, 76, 79? What children? Ravi and 1874 చెప్తున్నారా? That's wrong. It's 1879. Yes. Who thought that Einstein was a freak? ఎవరు పిల్లలు? The principal, his mother, right? What was the name given to Einstein by his playmates? ఏమన్నారు? Freak fellow, nonsense nerd, or brother boring? Brother boring, right answer. Einstein went to high school in, is it Switzerland or Munich or Germany or Siberia? Where children? Is it Switzerland or Munich? Yes, it's Munich. At the age of dash, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left school for good. When? Is it 12, 13, 14 or 15? Do you remember children? It is 15. Very good. When Einstein was 14, his parents shifted to Dash and left their son with relatives. Where did they go? Where did they leave him? In Milan. What kind of ఏమన్నాను పిల్లలు ఎవరికైనా గుర్తుందా? How do you pronounce this? Yes, it is mustache. What kind of mustache did Einstein have? French beard అంటాం అదా? Walrus or Dutch or Swiss? It is walrus. Right answer. Very good, children. Einstein was highly gifted in dash subjects: physics and chemistry, mathematics and chemistry, biology and physics, and yes, it is physics and mathematics. Well done, children. Einstein felt a special interest in a fellow student. Is it Mileva or Elsa, Evelyn, or Maria? It is Mileva Marik, right? Good. Define Philistines. A word used to talk about people who like art, literature, and music, or a word disapprovingly to talk about people who do not like art, literature, and music. Okay, this is the answer. They don't like. According to Dash, time and distance are not absolute. General theory of relativity, special theory of relativity. This is special theory of relativity that we learned. Very good. From the special theory of relativity followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy. Is it E is equal to mv square or E is equal to mc square? This is very good answer. I'm sure everybody has done it. Einstein used to say, this is very funny, but this sentence will get from the part 2. Just want to make fun and that I want to show you. Einstein used to say, when you sit with a girl for 2 hours, it seems like dash. And when you sit on a hot stove, it seems like dash anta. Okay. So 2 hours when you sit with a girl, he said, like it will be 2 hours, 2 minutes. And when you sit on a hot stove, it seems like 2 hours. Kada? So you can say the first one would be 2 minutes and the second one would be 2 hours. He says very funny, right? Who was against Einstein's and Meliua's marriage? This is the second part. Especially his mother, okay, Meliua, sorry. Einstein's mother doesn't like. So Einstein received Nobel Prize for. This is a common question and we know everybody that he received the Nobel Prize for physics. Right. This one is also not known, but as a summary, I wanted to take up, but due to lack of time, we could not do this time. So America dropped atomic bomb on. This is also we can know because you might have learned in the other lessons. That's why I tried to keep this one. And you can say, is it Tokyo? No, it was Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Very good, children. And I hope you have done really well. So now what we'll try to do is what exactly you can do, children, is how to write a bio sketch. Just try to find out and write a short bio sketch of Einstein. Like you can start with who is Albert Einstein. Initial ga matladtaru. And then you can talk about his born and brought up place, where he was born and brought up, and the education background, and what kind of services he has contributed in the field of science and technology, that you can say. And finally, what Einstein has received and what kind of hardships he has faced. And you can think of all these things and try to write a short bio sketch of Einstein. I am sure that you will do, children. So I thank each and everyone for participating in today's class. I've seen many of the people giving good things. So just before we wind up the session, I'm sure that you are going to enjoy Dasara vacation. Dasara vacation tarvata, when we meet again back, we will go with every day we will go with one concept, like one language function or basic grammar gurinchi touch cheddam. So up to now we were focusing mainly on syllabus, as we missed some of the classes kada. But next one ఏం చేద్దామంటే చక్కగా will try to improve our spoken language, where నేను మీకు సరదాగా ఒక దసరా వెకేషన్ ఒక హాలిడే ఇస్తాను, ఒక చిన్న యాక్టివిటీ ఇస్తాను, ట్రై చేయండి. ద యాక్టివిటీ ఇస్, మనకి ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ సో టైర్డ్ చిల్డ్రన్ నౌ, ఐ వాంట్ టు డ్రింక్ ఎ లైమ్ జ్యూస్. ఈ లైమ్ జ్యూస్ చేయాలంటే మీరు నాకు చిన్న ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఇస్తే సరిపోతుంది. ఫస్ట్ నేను ఏం చేయాలి? సి, యూజ్ ఓన్లీ ఇంపారిటివ్స్, లైక్ ఓన్లీ V1 ప్లస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఏం చేస్తాం? ఫస్ట్ టేక్ ఏ లెమన్, అలాగే కట్ ద లెమన్. తర్వాత ఏం చేద్దాం పిల్లలు? టేక్ ఎ లెమన్, కట్ ద లెమన్. వాట్ యు సే? ఏమంటారు? మిక్సా, క్రషా, స్క్వీజ్ ద లెమన్. ఓకే, సో అందుకోసం మనం ఏదైనా మాట్లాడాలంటే మనకి ఏం కావాలంటే వర్డ్స్ రావాలి, ఆ సెంటెన్స్ ప్యాటర్న్స్ కావాలి. సో టేక్ ఎ లెమన్, కట్ ద లెమన్ అనేది సెంటెన్స్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అనమాట, V1 ప్లస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు సే మిక్స్ అంటామా, squeeze the lemon. You say like squeeze the lemon. Then you say like add sugar, 2 spoons or 3 spoons of sugar, and then add ఏంటి కొంతమంది సాల్ట్ యాడ్ చేస్తారు కదా, ఇంత సాల్ట్ యాడ్ చేద్దామా, యాడ్ ఎ పించ్ ఆఫ్ సాల్ట్. ఓకే, యాడ్ ఏ పించ్ ఆఫ్ సాల్ట్. దెన్ ఏమంటారు? stir it well. Mix antam, stir it well. The right word is stir it well. So you can use some, put some ice cubes. Put some ice cubes and serve it cool. You can drink and you can prepare a lime juice, Jusara, without using a single word. We try to prepare, we try to tell how to prepare lime juice. Now shall we say it in a, right, everybody, shall we do it? Take a lemon, cut the lemon, right? Squeeze the lemon, add sugar, add a pinch of salt, stir it well, put some ice cubes, serve it cool. So what I request you to do is, this is the power of imperatives. So imperatives are necessary V1 plus object. And functions చూస్తే మనం I was about to show a what do you call, like chart also, but next time we will see. మీకు నేను చిన్న యాక్టివిటీ ఇస్తున్నాను అందుకోసమే హాలిడేస్ లో. ఐ విల్ సీ హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యూ విల్ డూ ఇట్. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా A to Z ఇంపారిటివ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. లైక్ అటెండ్ ద క్లాసెస్ రెగ్యులర్లీ, ఎస్పెషల్లీ అవర్ విద్యాశక్తి క్లాసెస్. డోంట్ మిస్. ఓకే, ఆస్క్ మనీ టు యువర్ ఫాదర్, డోంట్ ఆస్క్ మనీ టు యువర్ మామ్. ఓకే, అండ్ దెన్ డోంట్ ఆర్గ్యూ విత్ ఎనీబడి. సో ఏతో ఏమేమి చెప్తాం, ఏతో ఎన్ని వర్బ్స్ ఉన్నాయో ట్రై చేయండి. లైక్ ఆస్క్, యాక్సెప్ట్ మై ప్రపోజల్, డోంట్ యాక్సెప్ట్ హర్ ప్రపోజల్, లైక్ దట్. ఇలా మనము నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వర్డ్స్ మీకు నాకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటంటే యాక్సెప్ట్ హిస్ గిఫ్ట్ అనుకుందాం పోనీ. ఓకే, డోంట్ యాక్సెప్ట్ హిస్ గిఫ్ట్, యాక్సెప్ట్ మై గిఫ్ట్ అలా. సో ప్రతి దాంతో కూడా యాక్సెప్ట్, అడ్వైజ్, అవాయిడ్ బ్యాడ్ హ్యాబిట్స్. ఓకే, సో అలాగే అవాయిడ్ లైక్ జంక్ ఫుడ్. అలా ఎన్ని వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఏతో. బీ హియర్ బై 4 o'clock, డోంట్ బి లేట్, బీ రెడీ. ఇలా ABCతో అన్నిటితో కూడా ట్రై చేయండి. సో దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ కెన్ సే ఫర్ హాలిడే వర్క్. వెన్ వీ కమ్ బ్యాక్, we will try to use like more activities for speaking. I will try to give opportunities for you to unmute and speak also. Right, children? So wish you all the best. Have a nice day. And from tomorrow onwards, you will have Dasara vacation. Enjoy your holidays. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Jai Vidya Shakti. Jai Bharat.